Next program is CRC, CCIT. CRC, it is nothing but a cyclic redundancy check. It is an error detective code, and CCITT, it is a consultative committee for international telegraphy. So how to type the program? The same procedure. You have to go to file, you have to go to new, you have to go to source file, and type the new file will be created. Type the program in that new file and save the file with the .c extension in any of the path. I have typed and kept, and I have opened my file. So first is initially you have to compile the program. For that you have to go to execute, compile, or just press F9 button. It is getting compiled. So once it is compiled, so it is going to give 0 errors and 0 warnings. See here, it has given 0 errors and 0 warnings. Suppose if you get any error, it is going to show the line number. So you have to go to that particular line number and correct the code. Now go to execute. After compilation, it is run, that is press F10, or go to execute and run. Enter the length of frame. I am going to enter the length of frame as 3. Now enter the message. So you have to enter the message like 1, 0, 1. Since I have kept a new line character, so each data what I am pressing, it is taking a new array location. So you have to press 1, enter, then 0, enter, and 1, enter, not like 101 continuously. So after that, data to be transmitted, it has indicated. So now enter the received data. Suppose if you are typing the same data what is given here, that is a transmitted data, how this logic is going to work is, we have considered here the computer as a transmitter and you yourself as a receiver. So if you type the same data bits that is present here that you have received, it is going to show as there is no error. If you make a mistake and type it, then it is going to show the error. So what is there here? So it is 1, enter, 0, enter, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1. So it is showing the output as the data received is error free. The concept here is, I told the system is acting as a data transmitter and yourself is a data receiver. So if you type the same data that is being transmitted, means the data you have received, whatever the data you have received is error free. Suppose if you make some mistake here in single bit, then it is going to indicate here as there is an error in the data. Now I'll explain how you have got this data transmitted. So we have just entered only 3 and I have entered the message that is 101. But here we have got the data to be transmitted. The first part, the first 3 bits, always it indicates the data, that is 101 what you have entered. So you can enter any of the message, not only 101, you can enter 11, anything, any bit of your wish. So the first 3 bits, suppose if I take here as 4, the first 4 bits. Suppose if I take here as 5, then the first 5 bits, it is going to indicate the data. Here I have considered the 3 bits, the length of the frame as 3, and I have entered my message that is 101, then it is going to be 101. This part, it indicates my data. Then what is the remaining part? From there I have got this. The remaining part, and it indicates the CRC. The remaining part, it is a CRC, it is nothing but a cyclic redundancy check. So why there is a need of cyclic redundancy check, that is a CRC? The data that is transmitting, it is going to combine a redundant bits along with the data, so that in the channel if there is a noise or disturbance that is added to a data, and the receiver should not get a noisy data. So that's why it is adding a redundant bits, and the receiver also knows that these are redundant bits. The receiver is going to remove these bits and consider only the message signal. So consider only the message signal. So If the receiver receives wrongly, then it indicates that there is an error. The data received has an error. Since there is no error here, so the data received is error free. Now let's see how we have got this CRC part. Here I have taken the data here as 101. The same thing, it has been typed in the computer. We are appending with 16 zeros. How we are appending with 16 zeros? So for that, we are considering a standard fixed polynomial called as a generator polynomial. So the second part what I am considering here, it is a generator polynomial. So the generator polynomial, it will be given in the program itself, or it is a kind of an equation that is given. Now count it, how many number of bits are there in a generator polynomial. So here we have 17 number of bits of generator polynomial. So if I do 17 minus 1, that is a formula of in a CRC. So number of generator bits minus 1, it is going to indicate so many number of zeros must be appended to a data. So this is 101 is a data what I have entered. So remaining 16 zeros I have to append it. So how I have got the 16 zeros? That is because of a generator polynomial. This generator polynomial, it will be given in the program. So it is given in the program here. Equation will be given like this. So x bar 16, x bar 12, x bar 5 plus 1. Accordingly, we have written this generator polynomial bits. See here, x bar 0, it is 1. Next, x bar 5, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have put 1. Next, x bar 12, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I have put 1. After that, x bar 16, 13, 14, 15, 16. I have put 1. So correspondingly, if I change this equation and give, so you should be able to write the generator polynomial bits. So this will be given in the exam. The equation, it will be given. So now let's see the calculation part. So we have considered the data, followed by we are going to append the zeros. How many number of zeros I should append? So how many number of generator polynomial bits I have? Correspondingly minus 1 number of zeros I should append to the data. So data along with 16 bits zeros are appended. Now I have considered the generator polynomial and I am going to XOR it. Bitwise XOR operation I have done here. So let's see, 1 XOR 1, we know that it is 0. 0 XOR 0, it is 0. 1 XOR 0, it is 1. What is an XOR operation? When you have either of the bit as 1, then only you are going to get as 1. So that is an XOR operation. So that's why I have got 1. Completely do the XOR bitwise XOR operation. Means wherever you have 0 XOR with 1, you are going to put 1, rest others 0. Next, XOR, it is nothing but we know that it is a division operation. In C programming, we can't do a division operation here. So instead of that, we are using a logical operator and we are using an XOR operation. So that's why I have done here XOR operation. So we have got this complete 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, this complete value. Next, second step. In the second step, again I am going to perform the XOR operation. And I am going to discard this 2 zeros. Why I have discarded? Because I have to start my XOR operation from the 1 itself, not with zeros. So wherever I have 1, from that only I should start. So I have 1 here. So I have to write my generator polynomial completely here. So this is our generator polynomial, right? What we have here. The same thing is written and the process is continued. Again perform the XOR operation. Again you are going to write it. Next step, I should perform the XOR operation. Okay, I'll write the XOR operation and I have 0, 0. I should start from 1 only, right? So from 1 I have written my generator polynomial. I will start doing the XOR operation up to when the XOR operation to be done. Up to when the XOR operation to be done. The XOR operation is to be done until we get the 16 bits. So how many number of bits we have inserted as a 0, so many number of bits we should get as the output. So up to that we should do the XOR operation. So here we are not getting 16 zeros, we are exceeding, we are coming outside of this, so no need to perform an XOR operation here. Means the previous result, up to the previous result only we should stop it. So that is called as a CRC. Now what I told, only 16 bits, how many number of bits of zeros are appended, so many number of bits will be our CRC. Correct? So now count it, how many number of bits we have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. What about this 0? Discard this. So our CRC will be 0, 1, 0, 1 and the remaining thing. So what is the data that is going to be transmitted? So data that is going to be transmitted from the transmitter is data, whatever the message that is being sent, along with what? Along with the CRC. So what is the data that is being transmitted? That is 1, 0, 1 along with the 16 bits that is being transmitted. So that is a value we have got here. That is a value we have got here as 101 followed by CRC. So this value only we have got after performing the XOR operation like this. So now the receiver also knows this CRC should be added at the end and it is used for decoding. The receiver also should know the added CRC part, so that it should remove that added CRC part and consider only the data. So let's see the second example. So this is with the larger bits. Now let's see with the smaller bits. Now here the data I have taken is ones. So how many ones we have? We have 7 ones. That is a data, and I have appended 0. How we'll append the zeros? We'll append the zeros depending upon the generator polynomial. So the generator polynomial it is given is x cube plus 1. Now try to write it. X bar 0 is nothing but 1. So that is 1. X bar 3 we should write it 1. X bar 1 is 0. X bar 2 is 0. X bar 3 is 1. So I have written it 1. So the generator polynomial is 1, 0, 0, 1. So how many number of zeros to be appended to a data? It is the number of bits in a generator polynomial minus 1. So we have 4 bits for the generator polynomial minus 1, that is 3 zeros must be appended to the data. So that's why I have appended here. I have appended here as 3 zeros. Next. Now we are going to take here the generator polynomial. How we did here the same way, data appending the zeros followed by a generator polynomial. The same way here I am going to take data appending with zeros followed by generator polynomial. Now do the bitwise XOR operation. 1 XOR 1 0 1, 1 XOR 0 1, 1 1 0. How the XOR operation is done? Only when you have 1 XOR with 0 you are going to get 1, and 1 XOR 1 is 0, 0 XOR 0 is 0, the same thing. So do the XOR operation, I am going to get this. So how many number of bits will be considered as a CRC? How many number of zeros that is appended will be the CRC values. I have to continue my calculation until I get the final last 3 bits. Up to that I have to continue this process. So here 16 bits was appended as zeros. So my CRC value was 16 bits. Up to that I have to stop my XOR operation. So here only 3 bits is zeros that is appended. Up to that I should continue my process of doing XOR. So again I told you that from which bit I have to start performing the XOR operation. From 1 again I have to discard this 0. So I am going to discard this 0 and I am going to XOR from 1. So again write the generator polynomial, do the XOR operation. Again I have 0 here, so discard this 0. Again from 1 I have to start the XOR operation, discard all these zeros. Again from 1 I have to write the XOR operation. Finally I am left with this. So what I told, how many number of zeros that is appended, so many number will be CRC. So you have to start from your right hand side, that is x bar 0, x bar 1, x bar 2. So 3 bits will be considered as CRC. So now what is the transmitted data? The transmitted data at the transmitter, it is nothing but the data, what you have chosen along with the 3 bits of CRC, that is 001, that is added here. So this will be at the transmitter side. Now the receiver also knows that this should be a CRC. If we consider the back process or the verification process, so this is a verification process or the decoding at the receiver. So we are going to consider whatever the transmitted data. The transmitted data was so much. So the same transmitted data, it is being considered. The generator polynomial is considered again and XOR operation is done. The same procedure has been followed. See here the XOR operation. Discard 0, we are doing XOR from 1 itself. Again discard 0, we are doing it from 1 itself. Everything is 0, we are doing from 1 itself. So finally we are left with 0, 0, 0, 0. If the receiver gets 0 after the error check, then we say that the data is error free. This is performed at the receiver side. But here in our program, what we have designed is, we have designed a computer to be as a transmitter and ourselves as a receiver. So if we are typing a correct value, then it says that data is error free. If you type one bit wrong, then it is going to show it as it has an error. So error free part I have shown. You change any of the bit and you can try it, it will show there is an error. And also you can change the data length, you can also change the message, and in the program you can also change the generator polynomial. Correspondingly analyze the program and try to make certain changes in the program also. So once I explain the program, you will understand it better. So this calculation, whatever I have showed here, so this calculation part, it should be written in the record. So I will send you people this one. So this calculation part of 16-bit and also this small example, it should be written in the record.